Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the first episode of the 6th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for in the link in the description below. Just clicking it, put a password in, and enjoy. I feel like last episode, the finale of season 5, cemented the permanent status of main characters for Bernadette and Amen. I'd be interested to see at the start when we go through the credits if they get on the little cutscene where everybody's sat down chilling. I thought they might have done last season, but I feel like they full on integrated it. They was in pretty much every single episode, and you know, I really have enjoyed their introduction into the show. If I'm being totally honest, I thought when they first both was introduced that, you know, I'd need a little bit of getting to know them, warming to them, but I feel like I'd just gone straight in there and just fully enjoyed the vibes that they've been bringing. And obviously Howard has been shot up into space, which is going to be really good, and hopefully we don't gloss over it and we actually continue maybe half a season, quarter of a season with him being away and obviously doing his work, and he can be FaceTiming everybody, tell them how cool it is. And we did see them get married, which obviously I was saying I wanted a full-on bachelorette party still episode. I wanted to see them get a full-on wedding going. I didn't want it to just be an impromptu thing. But to be honest, when they did walk down the aisle, she did look really good. They all looked great, dressed up in the suits and the bow ties, and you know, they all got ordained as well, which was nice from everybody. And it's actually a really decent wedding. It actually really was. It looked really good from them all, and fair play to him. But now I'm excited for the season. Honestly, I really am. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you do enjoy today's episode, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into the first episode of the 6th season of The Big Bang Theory.
So, Howard's really in space, huh?
International Space Station, 250 miles that way.
I can't help but feel a twinge of envy. He can look out the window and see the majesty of the universe unfolding before his eyes. Cat in an airport carrying case.
The water that the astronauts drink is made from each other's recycled urine.
Nobody wants anything that comes out of me.
I wonder what he's doing right this very second.
Conducting experiments in zero gravity.
Peering through his telescope at the birth of the cosmos.
And whatever it is, we know his life will never be the same. Can hear you without the phone!
Yes, look at his beard.
Don't be snippy. I'm just excited to talk to my baby. This Michigas about you moving out to go live with the little Polish girl.
How about calling her my wife?
Hope I'm not dead from a broken heart before you get back.
Please. Everyone from NASA is listening to this phone call.
Good. They should know what a horrible son you are.
Space is ruined.
Yeah, look at that, mate. It's sick. Like, I'm actually really happy that we've seen him up there, you know, really. And his beard looks great. Honestly, I think it looks great. I mean, it's not that I dislike his haircut. That's a strong word. But when I see him in real life, like in present day, not in the show, and see his haircut there with his beard, I feel like that character he looks cool. He looks so much better, honestly, in my personal opinion.
This is so exciting.
So, does Sheldon have anything special planned for you tomorrow night?
Oh, yes. According to the relationship agreement, on the anniversary of our first date, he must take me to a nice dinner, ask about my day, and engage in casual physical contact that a disinterested onlooker might mistake for intimacy.
Just a couple of minutes. You really never done this before?
Once in high school, but I dozed off and woke up with second-degree chemical burns on my face. So how's everything going with you and Leonard?
I don't know. It's still kind of weird. We haven't really recovered since he proposed to me in the middle of sex.
Sheldon proposed to me during sex, my ovaries would grab onto him and never let go.
The anthropic principle states that if we wish to explain why our universe exists the way it does, the answer is that it must have qualities that allow intelligent creatures to arise who are capable of asking the question.
I know what the anthropic principle is.
Of course, I just explained it to you.
And I believe that God created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th, he made you to annoy me. Why do you believe that he knows what it is and I don't?
Oh, Leonard. Let's not take a saw to the branch we're sitting on, shall we?
Heard about a spa where you soak your feet in a pool full of little fish that eat all the dead skin right off them. I don't need to tell you, in Los Angeles, sandal season is year-round.
I'm having dinner with Amy.
Oh, okay. I'll just go home and be alone, which is cool. I eat alone, I sleep alone, I cry alone, so cool.
If you weren't busy, I'd ask you to join us. I have a contractual obligation to provide Amy with conversation and casual physical contact, but nowhere is it specified that I can't outsource that to an Indian.
Well disappointed. Also, do you remember the time when everybody was raving about these fish eating skin off your feet? You know, every time you walk around the malls, like, there used to be like big areas where people used to sit in and they all used to just nibble on it. Now, I'm pretty sure that I've read, not recently, but, you know, lately or a year ago or something, that like it's actually bad for you and like they can cause like infections on it. I never really had a go. I feel like it's a strange concept really of like letting fish eat dead skin off your feet, but it was a craze and everybody was loving it at a certain period.
There's my beautiful bride. Can you see me?
I can.
This is even better than I dreamed. Yeah, I look out the window and it's all so unbelievable.
I just had a seemingly endless dinner with your mom until I found out you never told her we're not going to live with her. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Man, I'd love to go zero
You
gravity.
told her, but you never did.
Okay, I know you're upset, but you realize how small your problems are when you're looking down on them from space.
How clear is the image of me on that screen?
Pretty clear.
Do I look like I feel better?
I mean, it's not like HD quality.
To your mother and you're going to fix this. Or that thing I said I was going to do to you the minute you got home, you could do to yourself.
This place is so romantic.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Raj picked it out.
I don't understand. What's he doing here?
I invited him.
On our date? Sheldon, that's not okay.
Yes, it is. There's a loophole in the relationship agreement.
Can't believe I bleached my mustache for this.
You should go to my girl. She'll knock out those side months for free.
I hate, like, do you know what, right? Sheldon actually does me head in now. He doesn't take the relationship serious. Now, I understand, like, again, you know, it's Sheldon and he's never been in a relationship and stuff, but, like, seeing how much things mean to Amy and seeing how much he completely just never cares or disregards it or doesn't think about it and how upset she gets, it does frustrate me.
I don't even think you and I have had a real conversation. Let's use tonight to get to know each other a little better.
Go home.
I don't understand.
Sheldon, how could you do this? It's our 2nd anniversary.
It's your anniversary? Oh my God, I had no idea. Waiter, a bottle of champagne and 3 glasses.
This is
2
great.
years
What's the
together.
occasion?
No occasion. Things have been a little weird between us, so I wanted to throw together a fun night just for you.
Oh, sports.
Go sports?
Well, in case you were in the mood for baseball, I didn't want to look ridiculous. Relax and enjoy. Tonight is all about you.
Ah, thank you.
Where exactly are we in this relationship? The longer we wait to talk about it, the weirder it gets.
Sweetie, can I just be the girl tonight?
Hello, lo.
What are you doing here? I thought you were out with Sheldon and Amy.
I was, but it's the anniversary and I didn't want to be a third wheel, so I figured I'd come over here and hang out with you and Penny at your date.
Hey, Fruit Loops. You got a phone call. A woman who says she's your mother but sounds like your father.
See each other if you turn on the computer.
I'm not going near that fakakta thing. I'll catch a computer virus. Your wife says you have something important to tell me.
Bernadette and I are starting a life together.
Oh,
and
God. You are going to leave me.
It's not definite. I'll talk to Bernadette.
Don't bother. I'll just go sit in a hole in the ground so I'm no trouble when I die. You want to be a man, you can't let a woman tell you what to do.
Okay.
I can't believe these people won the Cold War.
Explain why you've been gone so long and I haven't gotten a single letter. Not even a lousy postcard.
You know, I'm growing to like American football.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Well, it's not the balls to the wall action of badminton or cricket, but hey. I am having the nicest time. You guys are like family to me. You know that, right?
That's great. Get out.
Yes, you've hit some bumps along the way. I mean, Penny, you've always known how this man has felt about you, but you made him grovel for affection. 2 of you got past it. You go and propose to this poor girl in the middle of sex? That was some weak tea, dude. But yet, here you two are still together. And that's even after you and I had a crazy naked night.
Do you remember that? It was a good
After
season
everything
ender.
you've been through, you get to look into each other's eyes and say, I love you.
Actually, to this day, she's never really said it.
Oh, is she not?
Oh, Benny, that's ridiculous. Say you love him. Say it.
He was not wrong there, Raj,
I
actually.
thought you would say it.
Do you know, in terms of that, right, the only annoying thing about their kind of relationship here is that how pushy Leonard is for it. But I'm not going to stick up on him and be on his side. But at the end of the day, has it not been obvious since literally day one that he's had an obsession with Penny? And, like, regardless of whether he has to say he loves her, whether he wants to say he wants to marry her or whatnot, like, she knows that. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, it's always been there, open. And she did make him grovel a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? But, like, every person gets to a point where they say they love you themselves and they feel it. Do you know what I mean? And you shouldn't be forced. I said that last time. But at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Like, if she does love him, then why does she not say it? It'll make him feel better. It just help the situation as well. Like, he still thinks that they're just floating up in the air and he wants to know if it's serious or not. And she can easily tell him if she feels that way. If she does love him, it might be hard to get it out and say it. But, you know what I mean? Just do it. And then everything will be kind of fixed, you know what I mean? If you're still moaning about him asking you to marry her, then that's just it's literally old news. Like, if you can't get past that, knowing that it was just situational, and knowing that that's obvious that he wants to do anyway, ever since you first met him, then you're never going to succeed.
I told you you're like a sexy praying mantis.
She probably has.
Every time you drink alcohol.
They devour their mate.
Your point being? I just had cobbler.
You know what? I'm done with this.
You can't leave. I need you.
To get home.
You're my ride.
It's so obvious.
You either say something meaningful and from the heart, or you and I are done.
When I look in your eyes, and you're looking back in mine, everything feels not quite normal. Because I feel stronger and weaker at the same time. I don't know what I feel, except I know what kind of man I want to be.
That is actually really nice.
It was beautiful.
It
I
was.
should hope so. That's from the first Spider-Man movie.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it was actually really nice.
Good. Now, I assume we're splitting the check?
I'm having a nightcap. You want to join me?
What are you drinking?
Coffee, liqueur, and a Chewbacca mug.
Sometimes I pour a little Chardonnay into my dog's water bowl.
Kidding.
I'm just kind of a mean drunk, but what are you gonna do? Bossa Nova. You listen to that with your hips as well as your ears. Latin music just makes me feel like I'm on a white sand beach in Rio. I should go. Thank you for the drink. You wanna hang out tomorrow night? Maybe grab a bite to eat or catch a late movie?
Yeah, I'd like to, but I'm a little tight on funds.
No problem. My treat.
I could do worse.
Isn't it? It's like a little date, but maybe he comes in it a little bit more.
My mother's just gonna have to learn to make do on her own.
Is she upset?
Who can tell? She yells everything.
I love you.
I love you too. Sweet dreams. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Rocket Man.
To infinity and beyond, baby.
Slide your ass off to your wife and your mother. What are you gonna do when you get back to Earth?
Oh, I'm never going back.
I mean, technically, he did tell his mum that they'd live together, so he didn't lie. He kind of left out a bit of the information. Like, she told him to tell her. He did tell her. Then his mum got upset, and then he was like, look, I'll try and sort it. So, like, he kind of made both happy, but without having the actual resolution. You know what I mean? Bernadette wanted him to say, we're moving out and you're going to live on your own. He did do that, but when she got upset, he was like, look, I'll see what I can do. So then he kind of backtracked, but he did actually do the task that she kind of told him he needed to do. Now, I think that Howard looks great this season. Well, this first episode. We didn't see his hair, but I just feel like his beard makes him look much cooler, in my personal opinion. I actually really do. And, you know, we're talking about appearances, you know, Sheldon there, all dressed up for his date with Amy. Now, 2 years they said they've been together. Both of them look really good, and obviously Raj is there. Expensive restaurant because he's got the money. You know, third wheeling again. You know, he's still left on his own. He's lonely. Still going with that. And, you know, he's ended up leaving at the request of Amy while they spend some time together. And she's always giving Sheldon compliments. You know what I mean? She literally is always giving it. And I feel like she gives way more in the relationship than he does. And she just wants affectionate. And do you know what I mean? She just wants to know that she's wanted as well. But that also makes me feel like Leonard kind of has that similar situation in a different way, in terms of he's all on the table, all in with the Penny situation, and we all know ever since he first seen her that he wanted to be with her, and he kind of falls in love with her, and she knows that as well. And the fact that she can't tell him, even if she is in love with him, is kind of, I wouldn't say sad, but it's kind of doing their relationship a little bit of damage, I would say, because obviously he's always wondering, where are we? What are we? And if he knew that she felt the same way in terms of she loves him like he loves her, then maybe this whole thing of asking, what position they're in will go away, because he knows that he's settled and he can be with the person that he wants to be. You know what I mean? And a person that wants to be with Sheldon is obviously Amy, who's basically saying, look, mate, I always give you compliments. I always say this, this, and this, and you never really treat me the way I want to. And unless you give me a compliment, like, we're done. Do you know what I mean? 2 years together, I can't do it no more. And he's come and he's actually said a really, really nice line. Like, whatever it was, like we were saying, that, when I look into you, I get scared, but also know is that it makes me a better person. And he's obviously quoted it from Spider-Man, but at the end of the day, though, it doesn't matter if you quoted it from Spider-Man or Peppa Pig or from anything else. If the words you're saying you fully, truly mean it, then that's all that matters, isn't it? And although that it wasn't his own natural instinct, if he meant it, it was really good and she accepted it. And, let's see how they do moving forward. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. First episode of the 6th season under the bag. And I've got to say, really happy that Howard's actually in space. There's been many times on the show that we've watched a situation or a scene or a story, and we kind of just jump right into kind of the next episode with it back. A prime example is when Amy wanted to kind of meet Zach in the bar, and the next episode he was dating Penny again. Do you know what I mean? Another one where he went to the North Pole, and the next episode it was the start of a new season, and he was back again. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's many times where we've done things and I'm thinking, oh, this could be a couple episodes long. I'm really interested to see what we do here, and then boom, it's just over dead quick. It's have your fun and go and move straight on. But no, he's actually in the space station. He's floating around actually in 0G. I didn't know if we was just going to get him on a screen, kind of like how we seen Bernadette, to be honest. But no, we've seen him fully committed. I like how we've seen his crewmates as well floating around. I think that we should keep him up there for at least, I said maybe half a season, but if you think about it, that is pretty long, to be honest, isn't it? Maybe we could do it like 5-6 episodes, and then obviously can come down and it'd be the whole thing. How was returned? You know what I mean? Like, how was your experience? Did you tell your mum you're doing this, this, and this? And then we can like branch off into it. But I feel like a good few episodes up in space and seeing him doing his thing, maybe it'd be interesting if something goes wrong and he's in panic stations and he's like, wah, 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 wah. Do you know what I mean? Like, going all over the place, and you have to calm him down and see how he resolves it. That'd be quite interesting as well. But, he's up there. That's really good stuff. He's obviously having to make a decision if he's going to live with his mum or live with Bernadette. I feel like the best resolution that you could do with something like this is have a house with Bernadette and a guest house with your mum. Technically you've got your own privacy, but she's still close nearby. I feel like that could be a kind of good compromise. You know what I mean? Like, he's willing to move away from being around his mum 24/7, but he would like to keep her close because obviously, she's lonely. She sounds lonely as well. Everybody's left her in her life and she kind of wants Howard around, and that's a baby. I feel like that would kind of be a good resolution, and I reckon that Bernadette would probably be open to that as well. Another thing that I actually enjoyed in today's, well, I wouldn't say in the episode, but in the intro, is the cutscene between them all when they're all sat down gathering, a social occasion. It's actually all of them now. Took 6 seasons to do that, and it actually makes me happy because now I know that they are fully cemented as the cast, and it's going to be good to see them. Now I think Stuart as well could be a good recurring character, and obviously if he's lonely and Raj is lonely, then maybe it helps. If we're not going to give Raj a girlfriend because everybody else is in a relationship and they're always twos, you know what I mean? They're always together doing things. Maybe it's a perfect time to bring a recurring character in more than he recently has been as Stuart, where they could be lonely together, you know what I mean, and have a good time together. Because I actually thought Raj was one of the better characters, well, not the better characters, but I thought Raj's character was the best when it was him and Howard consistently together, like bouncing off each other. And then obviously Howard's got Bernadette and he's spending a lot of time with her, which has left Raj singular, you know what I mean? And now if obviously he gets another dude friend and they can spend and bond, it could hopefully elevate him even more. But that's where we are. First episode in. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did too. If you did, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.